We're still on that, and this is breaking news from the United States. And Israel Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu's office says Gaza hostages are expected to be freed early on Monday morning. Israel will begin releasing Palestinian prisoners once it has confirmation that all hostages held in Gaza have arrived in the country. A spokeswoman for the Prime Minister said Shosh Bedrosian told journalists that Palestinian prisoners will be released once Israel has confirmation that all of their hostages will be set free on Monday and have crossed the border into Israel. During previous ceasefires, the identities of the remains of some hostages were confirmed after their return to Israel. Also, U.S. Vice President J.D. Vance says that achieving stability in the West Asia region will require consistent pressure from the United States. Mr. Giorgio Cafiero is a professor of the Georgetown University and the CEO of Gulf State Analytics is now joining us live from Washington, D.C. Mr. Cafiero, it's good to see you, and thank you very much for making time for us. Let me start with a statement by the Vice President of the United States. He says that for peace to be achieved in West Asia region, there must be constant pressure from the United States. What kind of pressure is he talking about, and which country needs to be pressured more?
Yeah, thank you so much for having me on as your guest. Always good to be with you. I think it's very clear that the U.S. played the central role ceasefire, and there are obviously so many sensitive aspects to the 20-point initiative that Trump is pushing that are going to be very difficult to negotiate, difficult to work through. And in order for that to happen, the United States is going to have to remain very involved. Washington will have to keep up pressure on Israel to see to it that Israel continues abiding by the ceasefire and that we don't have a repeat of the situation that we had back in the middle of March, when the January to March 2025 ceasefire collapsed as a consequence of the United States easing pressure on Israel. So at least this is how I interpret it. I'm not exactly sure what J.D. Vance meant when he said this, but if he is talking about U.S. pressure on Israel, he is obviously 100% correct.
Mr. Cafiero, we are talking about a peace deal being signed between President Donald Trump, his counterpart Al-Sisi will also be present at the event. But two missing key people here. Hamas will not be there. They say that they'll be represented by Qatar. And we are not sure if Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu will attend this signing deal. Do you think he should attend?
Well, obviously, this is an issue with these two parties, the parties of the conflict, not attending. But having said that, I think having all of these different regional states show up and have their representatives show up in Egypt is important to the credit of President Trump and those serving in his administration. The White House was able to garner a significant amount of support from many Arab and Islamic states. Interestingly, this also includes Iran, a country that doesn't agree with Trump's foreign policy moves all the time. So it was certainly quite an achievement for the Trump team to get all of these regional actors on board. And I think it's very positive to bring them together in Egypt for this upcoming event. But without any doubt, if Israel and Hamas would be participating too, that would be optimal. But just to repeat, I think having all of these regional actors that played a very important role in putting pressure on Hamas to agree to this deal, it's very good to have them meeting together for this upcoming event.
All right, Monday is going to be a big day for the region and also for the world. Let's wait and see how that pans out. Mr. Giorgio Cafiero, it's good to see you. We'll have to end it there. Thank you.
Thank you.